My friend, whom I'll call Jake, was a year below me in school, so he joined my dorm around the beginning of his sophomore year. He was tall and skinny, with a relatively intelligent face. At first, Jake was open and funny, but after about 6 months, his personality changed completely. During that time, he slept a lot. Whenever there was a chance, he would be found sleeping. Once, I invited him to form a team to play League of Legends. When we were about to gank in the jungle, I waited for a response from support, but it turned out Jake had fallen asleep, slumped over in his chair, snoring. At first, our dorm was understanding because everyone has their own hobbies, but when the whole dorm went home for the weekend and Jake stayed behind, I called him to help carry my things when I arrived back. After half an hour with no response, I took a taxi to find out he was still asleep. The craziest part was that he hadn't even locked the door. Luckily, we had good roommates, and everything was intact. The next day, our dorm held a meeting to discuss his behavior. Not to scold him, but everyone pretended to be quite upset. That was when Jake finally confessed that he had been sleeping so much because he was being haunted by a child's ghost. First, I should mention Jake's family background. His grandmother sold paper offerings, and his parents often left him with her. A few days before the Ghost Festival, she received too many orders for paper offerings. With no room left in the house to store the effigies, she moved some of them outside onto the porch. At 5 years old, Jake didn't know about superstitions and still played outside on the porch well after 9 p.m. His grandmother was busy painting the effigies inside, so she didn't pay attention. He saw the paper figures and went over to touch them, lifting their clothes to look inside. At one point, one of them suddenly fell over, and Jake, fearing his grandmother would scold him, bent down to pick it up, glancing at the door to see if she would come out. When he propped the effigy back up against the others, he felt as if someone had pushed it over, and it fell again. The second time he was about to set it up, he noticed a face peeking out from behind the figures. The face told him that was its place and directed Jake to place the effigy over there instead. Jake described the face as looking like a child, but it had no eyebrows, no teeth, and its eyes and mouth were completely black, with wet hair and some kind of liquid oozing from its ears. It sat curled up among the paper figures, staring blankly at Jake. From the moment he saw the child, Jake lost all sense of reality. The child told him to take the effigy and walk to the other side, and even after reaching the end of the porch, he wasn't allowed to put it down. Jake said the child had a very foul mouth, cursing and wishing death upon some guy named Mr. Sin, saying it would strangle and gouge out the eyes of his entire family.